How often should you go out thrifting? What do you think? How often do you go out thrifting? My name's Marion and I'm a reseller on Poshmark mostly. And I also send in things to the Real and I do live shows on Poshmark and I also do live shows on Facebook. But guess what? Starting April 26th, that's a Wednesday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 noon ET, I will be doing a whatnot auction. Fun. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about how often do you or do I go thrifting, because I get that asked a lot. So it all really depends on the person. It depends on you. How much are you selling? How much are you listing? Do you have a death pile? Let's start talking about death piles. Do you know what a death pile is if you're new to reselling? Most resellers have death piles. So when you hear death pile, I call it a money pile. But when most resellers mention a death pile, they're talking about inventory that they already bought that they have not listed. It's just sitting there in a pile. Even if it's a neat pile, it's a pile. I have, and I always say this, I have death containers, money containers, bins, because I had a retail store until the end of 2021. So I have a lot of clothing and I have a lot of things that aren't considered bolos online or bread and butter or the really great luxury items. So they take longer to sell. So I have so many that it takes a long time to list them. So for me, I do not thrift for clothing unless I see that there is something I'm going to make a quick return on, something that I know I'll make money on right away. And when I say right away, I mean within a month or two. But otherwise, clothing, I stay away from. Now, sometimes I do the dollar days because those are great things for auctions and things like that because I can start them low. But it's better. This is just my advice. I think that it's better when you have a death pile to list it before you buy new things. Do you know what I do with my death pile? It seems to be the opposite of what everyone else does, which I really wish I would do what everyone else does. There's no right or wrong. I just don't think a death pile is smart. Unless you're saving it because you want to be a week or two ahead, then that's different. But still, maybe you should take pictures and not consider it a death pile and then list it when the time comes. However, death piles. So I only buy clothes when I think that I'm either going to make a good profit on them right away within a couple of months or not. Okay. So my advice to you when it comes to clothing or anything that takes up a lot of space, and even if it doesn't, I think that it's better not to have a death pile because you're kind of spending your money and not getting it back. So especially in the beginning, if you're someone who's starting and you're new, don't accumulate a death pile. Buy things and put them right online. And I say that because then you get into that good habit. You don't get into bad habits like I did and many resellers do. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some that are great. They talk about how they don't have a death pile, and sometimes that bothers them because they don't have clothes, like when COVID hit. Yeah, well, that was when I was first starting out in the retail store, so I certainly have a lot of clothes and had and have. Now, little things like jewelry and things like that, I'm trying to think. I think that I have mostly everything listed online, but it's because it's little and I can take pictures anywhere and I could take them right away. So death piles with jewelry, you're still losing money because you're not bringing it in. So not that you're losing money, you're still spending money. So it's money that you now don't have to buy anything else, and you're not bringing in the money. And that goes with anything. You can be an anything reseller. And if you have things sitting that you just spent money on, then it's not like throwing away money, because eventually you're going to make it. But, and I was starting to tell you something before I never finished, but it's still money that's just sitting. What I was about to tell you before is most people put things in their death pile that they know they're not going to make a lot of money on, so they just keep throwing them there, something they bought cheap or something they got from the bin, and they list all the high-priced items. Now, what a smart thing to do. Not me. I go through my bins and I find things that are great priced items, that are luxury items, that may have been in trend when I bought them. Sometimes they're not in trend anymore. I have some jeans that I haven't listed from 3 years ago that are just coming back. So just be aware. Pick your niche so you know what you want to buy, what you want to list, and do your best to get things listed before you buy more. This way you know what you have, what you can spend money on. You'll have more money in to spend money, and it just makes for a better flow, especially if you're new. But if you're not new and you've been doing this for a while like I have, get those listed before buying anything new in that category. How's that sound? Because like I said, I do buy jewelry and things like that. Number one, because I know they're small and I can make room for them. And number two, because they do sell quicker. Jewelry for me, especially vintage jewelry, does sell quicker. So I just thought I'd fill you in and answer that one question that keeps coming to me over and over again. And I also wanted to just tell you about the Whatnot Show. So if you're watching this before Wednesday, the 26th, I believe, 12 p.m. tomorrow, EST, I am having my first show. I'm so excited. So I hope you'll join me and just say hi. Let me know you saw this video or you see my videos. That always makes me excited. I'm so weird, I know. But just say hi. And I am going to be auctioning off many things throughout time. I'm just starting on Wednesday, the 26th, but I do plan on auctioning off all the death pile that I have. So there's another thing for you. You have a death pile, start doing auctions. I'm going to leave my link below so that you can get $10 off if you purchase something. And I don't know if it's just if you purchase it from me. It might be from anybody. And when you make that purchase, I also get $10. So thank you. And I'll also put a link below if you're interested in selling. And it's kind of like a referral link. And I will get something for that. So thank you in advance. And I'll see you on the next video. Let me know down below. Do you have a death pile? If you do, how many things would you say you have in it? Are you going to list them soon? Are you going to set a goal? Set some kind of goal. If you want to be accountable to me, here I am. It was so nice chatting you again. It was so nice chatting you up again. It was so nice chatting with you again. And I'll see you on the next video. If you like this video or if it gives you some kind of help in your reselling journey, give it a like. And also subscribe and hit that subscribe button bell so that you know when I'm doing my next video. See you soon.